Hey friend, I'm Olivia. Welcome back to Slay the Princess. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. We have the information we require, I believe,
You're on a path
to get to
in
the
the
correct
woods,
path.
and at the end of
Get
that
the last
path
vessel.
is a cabin,
Finally.
and in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
We will continue to the cabin.
You make your
We've
way
heard
up
it all
the
before.
short path to the cabin.
Yes, we know. She will lie, she will cheat, she will do everything in her power to prevent us from slaying her. Do not believe what she says. Yes, we know.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine
So
layer
we take
of
the
dust.
blade, we drop the blade,
The
we
only
talk with the
furniture
princess.
of note is a plain wooden table.
But we
Perched
don't
on that
tell
table
her
is a
that she's
pristine
meant
blade.
to destroy the world.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Into the basement. Let's go. Gosh, I hope it's going
The
to go
door to the
well this
basement
time.
creaks open, revealing a
I should
staircase
save
faintly
again.
illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you.
We can be
It's all
nice, we can be chatty.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
We can talk to her. Just, we can't tell her she's here to destroy the world. We haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
We will drop the blade and we will talk with her.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
Yes. We'll drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her.
Don't need to reason with her. We just
Just
need
make sure you don't forget about the
to
blade on the floor. You're going to need
develop
it.
a very specific perception of her, that she is dangerous, and that will lead us where we want to go, because she will reflect our perception of her.
So here we are.
Because
what an awkward start to a relationship.
telling her she's going to destroy the world makes her think she is almighty and powerful, whereas if we just think she's dangerous, she is our foe. Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
No.
You're lying.
How does she know that?
Yes, how does she know that?
Don't think that just because I'm the one in chains, it means you have a right to interrogate me.
Interesting. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Okay, we're talking now.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Slay the princess?
Doubt, unfortunately,
This
clouds
looks
your
right.
thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing.
We are not on equal footing.
Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many
This is the
times or
right
more,
path. I
each
feel
impact
confident
as
this
heavy as
time.
that
Oh, I was
first
confident last time,
bone-crushing
but I feel
hit.
more confident this time.
We can still turn this around.
Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
We're not exactly human though, are we?
The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
Oh dear, indeed.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Are we in the right place? Please tell me we are in the right place. Yay!
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Excellent. We are closer to the right place. Let's
You're here to
go.
slay.
Yes. Slay the princess. We know. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning.
Before you go any further, she will lie, she will cheat, she will do everything in her
and
power.
she will do everything in her power.
Yes, we know.
And cheating doesn't
We
sound
know.
like... Are you sure
Let's go.
about the point of my war?
Fine.
Princess will
we
do
can
crystal.
Go. It'll be fine. Shush. People are too many talking. No. Let's go.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest.
Ooh.
Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We will take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
And now we get to go be extra nice as possible to try and free the princess instead of slaying her. Let's go. We'll just free her. I've saved my game. If we make
The door
mistakes,
to the basement
well, I make
creaks open,
mistakes.
revealing a rough stone
Save
staircase,
scum and try
its
again.
walls
Hopefully,
pressing
if
at
I
your sides and
don't mess it up
tightening as
again.
you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulphuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening. Good. Sounds like my kind of princess. As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
No. We're gonna save her.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
But I want to use the knife to free you. I'm actually here to free you.
Free her? You aren't. I don't know why I'm even bothering, to be honest. You know the stakes of the situation.
Who says I want to be free?
You don't want to be free?
Yeah, I'm fine right where I am.
Okay, hold on. Did you hear that? Maybe we don't have to do anything. If she's fine where she is, maybe...
But you're going to have to fight me to the death.
Nuh-uh, I just want to
Never
free
mind.
you.
There is no happy ending where everyone makes it out of this place alive.
There is.
You either deal
We've
with her
done it
here,
already.
right now, or she'll eventually find her way out. Whether she even wants to leave is hardly relevant. This cabin won't last forever. Hear that? Between him and her, that should be all the motivation you need. Now stop standing there and fight her. No, stop standing there and slay her.
We're going to free her.
You're being a bit semantic, aren't you? I am, but it's an important distinction. If you're going to see this through, you need to hold the right intent. This isn't a sparring match. It is a lethal confrontation that will decide the future of everything. Fine. As long as it leads to a fight, do whatever he just said.
I'm saying I'm not here to fight. I don't know what happened to you since last time we met, but I'm not fighting a giant demon lady. Attempt to free the princess.
I'm sorry, did I hear that right? Did you just say you're going to try and free her?
Yes,
She doesn't even want to be free.
exactly.
Exactly. So beyond the apocalyptic moral implications of letting her out, how do we even think that's going to work? I mean, we have a weapon, right? We could always just cut her out, yeah? While she's trying to kill you.
Technically, sure.
Yeah, why not? And then what? Do you think she'll just follow you out of here?
No.
Maybe. I don't know. It's worth a shot, isn't it?
I would much rather be nice to the princess whenever the opportunity arises than slay the princess. So we have the opportunity to free her. I want to free her.
No, it's not.
We're doing it. Free
Actually,
the princess.
No, you're not. I have a responsibility to the world here, and I'm not just going to let you throw yourself into a scenario where the literal best outcome is the end of everything.
Everything ends anyway.
Until you come up with any other idea, your body remains standing rigidly in place. What do you think you're doing? You can't just order our body around like it's some sort of doll. Watch me. Your left arm lifts towards the ceiling and your hand twists into an obscene gesture. See? I can
How
make you do
rude.
whatever I want. So what? You barely managed to lift our arm.
What are you doing? What is that? Why are you moving so weird?
The princess, taken aback, flashes her own rude gesture in return.
Oh no. Be friends.
Hey, you, decision maker. I want us to fight her as much as he wants us to kill her, but this is boorish. Just ignore him. If you want to try and free her, I don't think there's much he can do to actually stop you.
Free the princess?
You know what? Fine. Blade in hand, you charge forward to try and free the princess from her bindings.
Finally! I have no idea what you were just doing, but I'm glad it's over.
I'm gonna free you.
Slash across her wrist, her elbow comes crashing down on your skull. An unsettling crack echoes in your ears.
That's gonna hurt.
It's a devastating blow. Your body crumples to the floor, limbs suddenly refusing to respond. This might be it.
That's it, huh? You've gotten really soft.
I just wanted to free
Everything goes dark, and you die. Really? In just one blow?
Yep.
Yes. Oh, come on, that's hardly fair. We're not dead, you're just flipping the table over. It is what it is. You're dead. Finished. Over. Alright, fine, this whole thing's a frustrating mess anyways. We're better off with a fresh start. I'll see you two next time.
Yay! Oh, I'm so happy.
You're on a path in the wood. If you weren't so damn focused on freeing her, we wouldn't have died back there.
Oh, shush you.
You're strong, but you're bullheaded. This isn't a fight, it's a puzzle. She's stronger than us, but we can use that to our advantage.
We've never been here before. Finally. So excited.
I hate puzzles.
There's nothing wrong with puzzles.
I've never done a puzzle myself, but anything that doesn't get us beaten to death is good in my book. What do you have in mind? Same thing as last time, only we'll be smarter about it. We're getting her out of there. After that, we're seeing what happens. Are you insane? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If she gets out of here, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning?
No, I don't
Sorry
think
to
so.
disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met. Enlighten me, then. I have no memory of meeting you, but you've clearly seen things you weren't supposed to have seen. You'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here. So where does that leave us? It leaves us exactly where we started, and where I'm sure you've already been before. The princess, left unhindered, will bring about the end of the world. You have to put a stop to her, and the only way to do that is to slay her. Screw it. I'm sick of this smug asshole telling us what to do. If you need help busting her out of there, I'm your man. Welcome aboard. And if things go bad once we get her out of the cabin, well, at least you'll be able to get the fight you wanted. The rest of you had better keep those two in check. They're far along the edge of a dangerous path. Don't let them go any further.
We haven't talked enough about how this place is different. What if I don't agree with the plan? What if I'd rather do something else? No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. You might as well see us through. Go.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament. No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind. I don't know, screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis. There'll be time for that later. For now, you know what you have to
We're
do.
going to go free the princess.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
I don't know if
You'll
we
need
the
it
blade
if
or
you're
not.
going to do this right. But there's nowhere to go in here. This is just a hallway with a mirror at the end of it. A mirror? But there isn't a mirror here. There's the iron altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. Does he really not see it? Or maybe what we see as a mirror, he sees as a door. It is a door. And before you ask, no, it's not a mirror-shaped door. The object at the end of this room is both door-shaped and a door. There shouldn't be any room for misinterpretation. Who cares what it is? It's in our way, we should smash it. Take it.
I don't know if it matters. We've had the blade every other time.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Wouldn't want to be pushed around without a way to push back. And she likes when we can push back, doesn't she? You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you? The door's right there, it's right in front of you. It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean?
Oh, we can smash it.
You bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. It swings open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
She hasn't changed as much as she did the time before. She still wants a fight, which means we still know her. We can use that to our advantage.
Ooh, okay. If you want to fight, then how about you come and get one? Are you sure you still want to fight?
Dead certain. Everything inside of me screams for it.
This is getting us nowhere. Agreed. We'll have to go down there. You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. We best remember how to get back up. The last thing we want is to be stuck between a wall and a raging devil.
I mean, Celine wrote this.
You turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling! Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh. Break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
If we're trying to break her out, I doubt she'll come willingly. We'll have to use ourselves as bait.
Okay.
I really don't like the sound of this.
No, that doesn't sound fun
It's
at
the
all.
only way to get us both out. And we need to see what happens when she leaves the cabin. You know what? I should have tried to intervene earlier because I can't let you do that. I won't.
Oh, shush.
Tough shit. We're the ones in control here. It's not the... Yeah, doesn't feel nice to be yanked around against your will, does it?
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
Let's talk a bit first. We can always fight when we're done. But I have questions. I want to know what happened after you killed me before. Not down here. If you want me, you'll have to come get me. If you want a good fight, if you really want to see me at my best, we need more space. Why don't you want to be free? Why do you insist on fighting me to death down here in the dark? I'm not fighting you. Step closer, stopping just outside the chains. This one, the one with more space.
The princess scoffs.
Oh, you're up to something tricky, aren't you? You're teasing me with what I want, but I'm sick of waiting. I'm not going to let you give me another bad fight. I'm going to get what I want.
Well then, you better come outside with me.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap. Okay, she's taken the bait. Now let's get out of here.
Did it work?
Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back.
Climb faster.
The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
That's almost romantic.
We're planning on it. You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same?
You continue to the door. It'd be a real shame if it were stuck.
Oh, shush, don't you dare.
Don't listen to him. Locks are nothing, just barrel through. No! Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You bastard. You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. So, this is what the end looks like.
What is this place? Where are we? This doesn't feel right.
Didn't you get it? Everything you've known down there has been a lie. Whatever we find out here is the truth. It's the only way for us to be free.
Free? This is just... What is this? This is just another place. I don't care about places. I only care about you. Is this what you wanted? For me to see this?
She cares about us.
Fine then. I've seen it. Are you happy? Are you finally going to come back to me? Are we finally going to fight?
She readies her powerful legs to charge you, but then she slumps.
But I don't feel like fighting anymore. I'm cold. It feels like this is where I'm supposed to be, like stepping out of that door with some driving purpose I've long forgotten. But I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I'm so confused.
Oh.
I'm sorry. It's cold.
Aww. We freed the princess. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's okay.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
It'll be okay.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
It's gonna be nice. It's okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again. Feels too good to be true.
You approach the mirror. silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
There's trees and stars and there are people. At least I think they're supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one remembers a spark lost in time, and she would stop at nothing to reclaim it. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally remembered what she thought she'd lost.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One.
Okay.
Whatever you bring me next will be
Excellent.
enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Alright, I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Next time, my plan is very, very simple. We will not take the blade, and we will do everything in our power to free the princess and be as nice as possible, because it will be our last time visiting the princess, and so I want to be nice. Everything goes dark, and you die. Once again, I am Olivia, and this is Slay the Princess, and until next time, have a safe journey.